houses, and it's so Western in a way, but then it has like the little craziness of South Africa. So it's just like a fantastic combination.
Oh my god, I want to visit. I
Yeah,
the reason why I think this is so appealing is especially for me because I have this tech all around me the whole day, right? And I have a friend of mine. I think he lives in Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
And he said that since he moved there, like he's more in the nature parts. Like he moved there because of that. All the technology around. He's like, I'm just gonna go to Vietnam, relax, try to disconnect, and have my home office there. He said it changed his life. Like his nervous system is calm. Like his life is a little.
Exactly.
It's yeah.
That's what it is. Seriously, like especially like the contrast between Germany and South Africa could not be bigger. So when I come back from South Africa after 6 months, I feel like I have to go to jail. So the
What?
mentality, yeah, the mentality in German is so jail-like compared to South Africa. In South Africa, everyone, nobody cares what you do. Nobody cares if your music is loud or if your car is parked too close to another person or if you go over the traffic light when there is red. And there's basically like no rules. But people, if you're in trouble, they will look out for you much more if they would look out for you here. So basically, everyone cares for each other, but nobody tells the other person how to live or what to think or what to say, which is amazing.
Hmm. So the sense of community and togetherness is is higher. Let's say
It's
in our
higher, and people are also not so harsh with themselves. I think in Germany we have a very strict super ego, so we always want to be productive and we want to be on time and we want to be strict, and so much is going to be taken away from us recently. So we are still pushing ourselves to be excellent and all of that. So with the little spare time there's left, even in the spare time we're going for, no, we have to go to gym, we have to work out. So there's basically no time for the soul just to be inefficient, like South Africa is very inefficient, but you slow down, it's like unbelievable. I mean, your brain is just like, and still you can have everything. I mean, it's not like that there are giraffes at the traffic lights or anything. So it's still like completely functioning. So it's amazing. So it's actually better functioning than here. When I go to the bank in South Africa, I have someone at the ATM asking me if he can help me. So the way I struggled here with banks for the last months, it's fucking clown's college. So you wouldn't think that this is a third world country and we are a first world country, seriously.
is that inefficiency the reason why some people don't live there full time? Would you say?
I think the why people don't live there full time is because they're scared. They're scared of the crime, and they're
Okay.
probably scared of their own freedom, and they're probably just like used to be like in that strict German environment. I don't know. I think a lot of people could not even adjust to the self responsibility you have in South Africa, watching out for yourself. I mean, the good thing in South Africa, like poor and rich people, black and white people, they all know the government is fucking them over. So in Germany, people still think they don't. In Germany, people still think they mean well. So and that causes like a conflict in the people living here. So I think, yeah, I mean, actually, it's a bliss for most people to go there and just like be a little bit more relaxed. But some people, I think, have just unlearned how to relax. For them, it's actually scary. They are the kind of people like the rabbits who stay in the cage even if you open the door.
That's anxiety, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello, anxiety. Exactly. Like, ooh, depression and anxiety. Beautiful.
yeah, but I know. I mean, I'm in Germany. I know exactly what you're talking about. Danny, can I share a story? I'm gonna share a story. You meant
Yes.
when you said German is a prison, like, do I agree? I don't know if I do agree with that. But let me tell you a story. Once, how to I moved about 2 or 3 times here between different flats here in Germany, right?
Yeah.
Every single time I moved to a new building, there was I don't know what's up with that, but my friends confirm it's real. every time that I move to a new building, there's always an old retired lady who is kinda, quote unquote, the policewoman of the
Yes,
neighborhood. What?
of
What
course.
is? uh, every time. Like once I moved to Berlin. Once I went to Berlin. I lived there for 3 years. After I lived there for, I don't know, 1 week, an old lady knocking on my door. I was like, "What's happening? What you want?" She's like, "Do you have a cat?" It's like, "Yeah, I do. Do you know I have a garden downstairs?" Right? So yeah, I know. You know you're not allowed to take her, and you just start dictating them rules. Like, lady, what are you talking about? Leave me alone.
Yes, no. But I mean, she's basically representing the German mind, because people are so if you don't allow yourself to let loose or be happy, then if you stick to the rules and if you always stick to the rules, you just want to look for other people who not strict to the rules and make their life comfortable because why you did not have a comfortable life because you were bothered by all the rules. If you then see someone who just follows to the beat of his own drum, it just makes you aggressive. And if you at the end of your life and all you had in your life is following the rules, and Germany is full of rules, Germany is a rule country. So then you're just so frustrated, and then you're still young and you're not following the rules without doing anything terrible, but you have a cat. Ha! I have 2 cats. I was not allowed to have cats in my apartment, but I still have them. And
That's insane. It's just a cat.
it's insane. But for them, it's just like they give you, and the thing is like they do not even have to make sense. I think we are at a stage where things do not have to make sense. It's just like make life. You always have the feeling that you're in trouble. Somehow you're always in trouble. There's so much. You can be the best person, but there are rules, rules, rules. And so like sometimes when I come back to South Africa, I'm so relaxed, and then I watch over my shoulder or I go over the street and then I'm thinking, am I allowed to be on the phone while I'm on the street? I can't remember anymore, but probably it's not even allowed because everything is forbidden. So, yeah, I think there are a lot of old people who are raised in that mindset that in that strict mindset of the German functionality and the German effectiveness and the German punctuality, and they stick to it their whole life. And now all they can do is being like regulating the other people who have it better than them.
Yeah, that's it can be frustrating and annoying for sure. Especially for not doing anything wrong. You just feel personally attacked. And like
I think you're protected when you're from Brazil and you grew up with a completely different mindset. It's you can stick around here longer and it will not affect you. But if you're born here, if you're raised German, if you always have been in Germany, so at one point, if you figure out you don't belong here, or I mean, the people, the way people think and feel here or behave here is not the way I do. So you take it much more to your heart. I think you probably go back at one point in life, or you go elsewhere. So I think like it probably not get to you as much as it gets to someone who is in that now for already years and years and years, and it's kind of also like in my bones, even.
really, wow, wow.
I don't want to have it in my bones. That's why I'm in South Africa. But it's just like if you then go to South Africa, you realize how German you are. But in South Africa, it's good for you because you are kind of organized in between the less organized ones. So you can relax to the max and still have full control. That is perfect.
And you know what? When you say, I do believe you, because I need to stress that I don't think the listeners have an understanding on how strict Germany is. I just gonna paint the picture. Just gonna give you one additional example. Is that all my friends, all of them, when they see the stop sign, like walk, how it's called, the walk stop sign.
I know what you're going to say.
You
Yeah,
know,
okay.
it's not the traffic one. You're not driving. You're walking, and it's
No,
red.
you're walking.
You're walking, it's red, there's no cars, you look
No
around,
car.
it's like Sunday, everything's closed, and you're like, bro,